I need to have a bit of a kitchen power hour. I threw that little loaf in the bread maker. Wellen can't actually eat any white flour. He can only eat fresh ground wheat or he gets a gut ache. But he naps through lunchtime, so he eats earlier. So this is just a quick lunch of PB&J for the rest of the crew. The big boys aren't here is why we don't need more. Anyhow, my plan is to get popsicles made, to make these 5-ingredient granola bars that I printed off of Minimalist Baker. And I swear there was something else I was gonna do. And get a batch of ice cream going. We don't need any dinner stuff. We have a big pasta salad left over, but we kind of need some snacks. We need snacks. So it's a snack power hour. I saw this cute thing online where it's like spend an hour a week and then making snacks for your kids and then you won't have to. And it's like cute, but you don't have as many children as I do. So we're gonna spend an hour to have a few days worth of snacks, maybe. And that's only because the big boys are away at Bible camp. Okay, we're gonna do the granola bars first. Then we're gonna move Marius's water bottle out of the camera. Like stuff, Wellen can only eat very limited sugars of any kind. No maple syrup. He has a very sensitive little tummy. So we're gonna see how these sit for him as a fun little snack.
How's it go?
Good.
Right, made it to her.
Yes.
You've got the line down?
Sweet.
Ooh.
Crazy.
Just connecting the dots here. Oh, they keep getting pulled in different directions. I'm getting nothing off the list.
It said, I'm doing this a little differently. I'm using the ingredients, but I'm not using her method. I'm doing it all in the food processor. Because why do I need to warm these things that are already kind of runny? I'm not gonna blitz them in the food processor. Potentially understanding why she did that. Because I maybe just made like a dough. They just might end up texturally different, but I don't think it's gonna be a problem. She used almonds. Wellen can't have almonds. I'm gonna use hemp hearts. He's not like wildly allergic to any of these things. They just don't sit good for him. So we avoid them for him. Now the oats. Here's the tricky part. We'll see if this will actually combine properly. I'm assuming, oh, I just got oats all over the place, that the oats, some of them are gonna get quite busted up, which is fine. That will help in it sticking together. I might also need to add more peanut butter. My food processor starts slow. It doesn't, if things are thick, it's like intuitive. You know when you don't follow a recipe because you're like, why do I need to follow a recipe? And then you're like, now I understand. This is not working out how I hoped it would. Okay, part of it's probably because I'm doing a double batch, because why do I want a single batch? Actually, it's pretty close. I think we're okay.
Incubator today? Unless you want to hatch something else.
No,
More ducks?
I'm quite glad to have the bathroom back.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice, it's quiet in there. I don't realize how much noise that thing makes.
Oh, I know how much. Makes I listen to it all summer.
I know, but until it's all of a sudden not in there. And you're like, oh, it's quiet.
There's nothing more satisfying than digging your hand around a cooler full of half ice, half water, and pulling out an ice cold beer. Cold beer. It is, like I said, morale is 4-to-1 on a crew. If you keep morale, they want to be there, they want to go there. It is huge. Positively huge. Can you grab it for me?
Where is it?
Where the lid's go, I guess. Really good. He wants a picture of the food frame. Well, it would be interesting to see where my bees are at, yeah.
Did you grab any milk from the basement?
What, just a gallon?
Partial jars if there's partial jars.
A partial jar.
Or if there's multiple. I think there's one that's just got a bit from this morning.
That's all you needed?
Yeah.
Okay. Or I can move lots of it.
Sure if these are thick enough for this to, actually it is gonna work, yeah. At the beginning of every summer, I buy a box of like literally 1,000 craft popsicle sticks. If you're curious how many popsicles we eat. And one of the reasons I use popsicle sticks and not reusable ones is that when you send 5 to 10 children outside with a popsicle, how long do you think you're gonna spend hunting for those reusable popsicle sticks to come back to you? Too much time, too much time. This way, they know they just throw the wooden sticks in the bushes and they compost down. The other thing that I am notorious for doing is for if like I'm somewhere sitting and the ground is soft enough, I'll just like shove it down into the ground and Marius is like, you are worse than our children. I actually chucked a popsicle stick in the garden and he came around the corner right as I did it and he was like, compost man. Marius has a drying station set up here in the man cave with all the nicely organized canning shelves. Love it. Anyways, we have, this is either all garden or wild harvested. So mint from the garden, calendula, pineapple weed, chamomile, yarrow, goldenrod, those are chive flowers, yarrow, pineapple weed, yarrow. Let's see, so because this is my oldest canning, I want to grab some canned fruit to use the syrup as flavoring in my gingerbug drink. I also might make ice cream with one of them. So I'm gonna look at my oldest stuff. This is cherry pie filling from 2022. I bet you that would make delicious ice cream. And then I need something to just take the syrup off of. Here we go. This is ones where I can just like 1 cup of raspberries in not a super sweet syrup, but a fairly sweet syrup with the intention of using it for drinks. This makes a really amazing fermented ginger bug drink. Jeremy said it took a month before they got back to him, and then a month before and then he had to like confirm a couple things, and then it was another month before they said okay.
Oh, okay. There's no way this is happening this year then. No, which would have been, I bet you he would have been a week of tearing out. He's gonna let me know.
I'm gonna make sandwiches in just a minute. Ginger bug is a super fun culture. Wipe the lemon off the counter there. You don't have to discard the liquid every day, but you do need to feed it every day or two. I don't really have instructions for you on how to make your own yet. You just need to Google it. But feeding it, you can grate the ginger, but I don't like having to wash the grater. So I just chop it small because a knife then can just be rinsed versus trying to wash ginger off a grater is not cute. Dishwasher doesn't even do it. Also, I don't measure anything. This is one you do want to make sure you're using unfiltered water for. So I'm just going to top it up from water. It's water from the Berkey. Tap water that has chlorine really slows this thing down. It's got a little hat on. I sewed these little hats. Marius was like, "What are you sewing?" And I was like, "Little hats for my sourdough and my ginger bug and my bowls." And he was like, "Okay." I don't even sew hats for our children, but do I sew hats for my ferments? Yes, I do. Anyways, these are just gonna sit on the counter for a day and then they'll be ready to drink. Plastic lid does not get as fizzy as the metal lid that has a seal, but it's still super delicious. Now, cherry pie filling. Sour cream ice cream is fun. And this is because, well, it's delicious. Okay, so if you think of frozen yogurt is cultured milk made into ice cream. It's not like really, it's not healthier, right? Like guys, don't buy frozen yogurt thinking it's a healthy choice. If you want an actual recipe for this, in my ebook, Small Beginnings, I give an actual recipe. This is Clabber cultured cream. This is actually kind of a thinner sour cream. This one, normally it's not. I think I should have left it out longer, but I was actually sick and I saw that I had it on the counter culturing and I just threw it in the fridge because I was like, girl, you need to just not worry about this. Okay, so my favorite way to do it is to mix sour cream. I got like 2 cups of sour cream and I have a pint of cherry pie filling. In my ice cream maker, I can do more liquid than this. So I'm gonna add some more milk. I'm gonna taste the sweetness on this as well. because the cherry pie filling is sweetened. You could puree this if you don't want cherry chunks, but I think it'd be fun to have cherry chunks today. So good. I'm gonna add a vanilla, add a bit of milk to get myself a little more volume. I think it does need a bit more sweetness as well. I'm gonna whisk in some sugar. In ice cream, I don't think that fresh fruit is very nice. It's really icy and it just doesn't really, I don't think it's what you're hoping for. I think cooked fruit works better. And so because of this, I like to use canned fruit, whether it's jam or pie filling or just like canned peaches, and then you puree the canned peaches with some cream. So good. Anyways. Using a pie filling because it has a thickener also makes like a really nice, stable, thick ice cream. The reason I had done pints of these, because that's obviously not enough for a pie, is that cherries are a precious amount of work and cost for us. So I use pints just for like a cake topping and a cheesecake topping in ice cream, this sort of thing, not actually to make pies with. Gorked on me. The blender had an air bubble and it just gorked on me. Gorked. What?
Olives missing as well. Wow, that would be super good on a cold day or a hot day. Any day. Hey, gotta try that. What did you put in it?